Welcome to Stafford Motor Speedway and the American Sim Racing Club's Super Late Model Series by Frito-Lay. Event here, 150 miles later tonight after 2 heat races and qualifying. Welcome back to Race Versus coverage. I am Gary Gazzo. Thanks for joining us for round 4 of the championship. We will show you the points in just a minute here as they are getting ready to go qualifying. Thanks for everyone joining us at home. As you see that we had Justin Hazlitt was at the top of the board there with about a 91 mile per hour lap. Trying to show you the mile per hour there. See if we can get some action on the track. There is our current points leader, the Jet, as he is starting his qualifying lap here. Andrew Burr getting underway here. So he might be done. And he's heading on back into the pits there. Interesting pit road here at Stafford Motor Speedway. Hey, it's Eric Hahn. The Turbine. Making his laps here. Cranking that wheel for all it's worth. Look at that. Hahn with a 19.7, Hazlitt with a 19.7, Cottle with a 19.8. Oh, up into the wall. That might have been the end of his run anyways. Ryan Smith. Looks like he's done with his run. David Payton. Hot off a top 10 finish in the IndyCar Area 51 League. Congrats to him. It's a good league. Daniel Parmalee still waiting on pit road. Not sure if he's actually completed his time or not. I think he has, actually. Showing him as P8. All right, it is time for Heat Race 1. First of 2 8-lap heat races. We will get the field here lined up for you and give you an idea of what we got going on. Race 1 is Richard Pruitt, Mark Herzog, Ryan Smith, Thomas Hazlitt, Seth Harrelson, Mike Witt, Hayden Cobb, Tim Rogers, Josh Cottle, Brett Hahn, Andrew Burr, Leo Loritz, Eric Hahn, Michael Stubbs Jr., and Matt G. Reed. Brett Hahn is going to be the shotgun for this week's event, so he is going to be starting from the rear of this particular heat race. Not very many good camera angles at this track, I gotta tell you. Out of corner number 4. It's a fairly symmetrical track. but it's not identical at each end. Each end's a little bit different. I believe one end is at 9 degrees. Ooh, starting to check up a little bit there on the front stretch. The other end's at 7.5 degrees. And you'll see a lot of the cars using that apron there, that more lighter gray portion of the racetrack under the white line there is the backstretch. We are in the hills of Connecticut, New England for you folks. And getting ready to go here. Under the command of Pruitt, and we are green for the first of 2 8-lap heat races. Oh, wow. Herzog, and it looks like Tim Rogers. Wow, that's a very Herzog on the front row there. Let's take a look and see what happens, shall we? I think maybe he just got. Ooh, the 31. Tim Rogers got no contact there, but he just kind of got caught in a no man's land where he really didn't have a place to go. So we're going to see race controls ruling on that one. Pruitt resumes the lead, but we have not completed any laps officially. So the contact was with 31, Ryan Smith. Couldn't really tell from the point of view. That could have just been a race incident. We'll see what race control says about that. But we are going to take a couple laps here under caution. While we do that, let's take a look at the points situation for this week. There is your points going into this week at Stafford Motor Speedway. Your point leader is Brett the Jet with 144 points. Minus 13 behind is Justin Hazlitt. 28 behind Andrew Payne, Jarrett Jackson, and Tim Rogers in a tie for 4th, depending on how you look at that. Drew Cox at 6th at 35 points behind. Seth Harrelson 7th, 38. Dave Payton at minus 40, and Nick Fleury at minus 44. Nick Fleury had a solid top 10 finish at Mid-Ohio in the TI IndyCar Series last night. And Josh Cottle, who won the opening race of the season, is now 10th at minus 45. So still a very tight points situation. We'll show you the upcoming schedule shortly here as we are about ready to get back underway. Feels back under the control of Pruitt. Gets a good jump, and they are underway. Green, green, green. Harrelson with a nice jump on outside. He goes into the wall. And that caused some other guys behind him to kind of check up. Using that apron to make their way around, to loosen that car up. Ryan Smith, purple, with a 20.322 that time around. Hayden Cobb way down on the white stuff there. Ryan Smith is not letting Pruitt get away. Well, halfway through the first heat race, 4 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Guys are starting to get stroked. Nice run by Smith off of 2. Gets his nose underneath Pruitt into 3. Will he be able to pull it off? Pruitt has a slightly faster line around. Smith with the shorter line, side by side. Smith will have the lap, gets the position in the 1. Oh, and look out, Hazlitt is right behind him. Smith is starting to pull away a little bit. Oh! Hazlitt with a little bit of a brake check there, or a little brake lockup. Haydencop throwing it in there. Look at that. Right across the nose of Harrelson there. Don't blink, because here comes the jet. He's right there. 2 laps to go. Smith is pulling away. That black and teal number 31 from Michigan. And that is your finishing order. Smith with the heat race win. Jumping back into heat race number 2. Wasting no time here lining up, are they? We've got Beasley sitting on the pole for this one. We got Beasley, John Sanu, David Payton, Cody Molnow, Andrew Payne, Eric Papanow, Daniel Parmalee, Nick Fleury, Jared Jackson, Justin Hazlitt, Landon Devon, Skip Gandy, Kyle Sisko, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, and John the Meester in this heat race. 14 cars. We're going to have 2 laps to green and 8 laps. Remember, caution laps do not count. Again, if you're just joining us, make sure to chat us up in chat. Oh, we got a blinker there. Ask questions. Root for your favorite driver. Tell us why. Your question of the night. Tell us what tracks you'd like to see in iRacing that haven't been made yet. That'd be curious to talk about. And we're going green. Beasley hit the position going into 1, but oh now, wow, with the power move on the outside. Look underneath, here comes Payton. Four-car power show right there, and here comes Fleury. He's going to make it 5. Payne hitting that corner and dropping the nose big time, making that. Watch this when he brakes. Watch that nose squat. That's how much they are on those brakes. Andrew Payne with the purple lap, 20.208. Beasley still maintains the lead. Molnau's trying to make that outside work. Payton gets the bumper clear. He is now clear and now alone in second place. Here comes Payne. Whoa, gets real close. Oh, Fleury. Ouch. Let's run that back a little bit and see what happened. Oh, maybe the 710 with a little help. We'll see here. Yeah, not much. Maybe a little bit. We'll see what race control says about that one. But he's back underway. He's got some damage, though. As we got 5 laps to go in this second of 2 heat races. Your leader is Jamie Beasley. But again, I want to thank you for joining us for the American Sim Racing Club's Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series. The American Sim Racing Club is sponsored by Luke Oil, who you see here on the side of David Payton. We are at round 4 here at Stafford Speedway, which later tonight, after the 5-minute warm-up, we will have a 150-lap feature race. Next week, we go to Concord, depending on how you want to look at it. 125 laps next week. So thanks for joining us. Tell your friends, like, share, subscribe to the Race First YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, as well as like our page on Facebook. Should be ready to go back to green here in a little bit. Short track Wednesday nights. Shout out to a good portion of my friends that are competing in the Tuesday Night Thunder PM18 League special event league that they have going on there. It's a multi-class IndyCar race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So I got a bunch of my friends participating in that. Shout out to them. Hope you're having fun. Getting ready to go green this time by. Here we go. And green. Oh, Moldow gets a little sideways coming out there. Peyton, oh yeah, there we go. I was wondering what was going to happen there. Let's check this back a little bit and see what happened with Moldow. I think he got a little wheel spin, maybe. Yeah. Oh, maybe got a little help. No, not necessarily help. Oh, and that's what happened right behind him is, yeah, there was all sorts of stuff going on there. Let's get back up with the leader and go live again. We're halfway through this second of 2. Still getting some yellows that are kind of slowing us down here a little bit. Let's check race control. Nothing from race control, so we are still doing good here. Everyone is racing incidents. I gotta tell you, there are no good angles for any place on this track, really. Tell you what, it might be fun to pop in the into the cockpit here with your leader, Jamie Beasley. It's actually, yeah, it is Beasley. Even though Jackson is showing as the leader, it is Beasley as the leader. Yeah, that Beasley, Peyton, Molnau, Payne, and Parmalee are your top 5. Here we go. He's waiting on it. There he goes. Green flag. You heard him trying to make sure it didn't spin those wheels. Goes high into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. There's, oh, Peyton underneath him. Yeah, he got high up there in turns 1 and 2. Allowed Peyton to get a look underneath. Two to go. White flag, actually, this time by. Peyton trying to hold off and get the feature win. The car flipping down the backstretch. That's Justin Haslett. And no yellow. We're going to finish this one. What happened to Justin Haslett? On edge indeed. Let's check that out again. As they will start getting ready for the... Not quite clear. And a barrel roll. So we are in the 5-minute pre-feature practice warm-up. Here's Landon Devon in the 51. Getting out there, getting some early practice laps. Now remember, during this 150-lap feature, all these guys have an extra set of tires in the pits that they can use at some point during the race. The pit road really is not set up for very fast pit stops, so you're really going to see them only time stopping for new rubber will be under caution more than likely. There's Nick Fleury. He's got his... Oh! Herzog. Herzog there. Nick Fleury had his crew got record time, pounded out that sheet metal. As he's right behind John Sanu from Valparaiso, Indiana. So I headed up there this weekend, as a matter of fact. Gonna miss my IndyCar race at Barber to go do that one. No big deal, no big loss. It's a road course. Not one of my more powerful disciplines, I'll tell you that much. Getting better, getting better. You got to do it by practicing, though. You can't just become a good road racer by sitting there and watching people do it. You got to do it yourself. I will say that Nick Fleury is a real good road course racer. It was a very challenging IndyCar race with the TI IndyCar Series at Mid-Ohio on Tuesday night. And he finished top 10, hung around the top 15 all night long, made his way up to the top 10, capitalized on a lot of mistakes people are making. Very smart racer right there. Great run on his part. Here's Justin Haslett. He was fastest in practice. Seems to be something of a regular occurrence for him. Fast in practice. It's good to be at the top of the charts. Oh. A little off-roading go right there by our Week 1 winner, Josh Cottle. Ouch. Tim Rogers. Reset. 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 There we go. Oh, my goodness. Look who's at the top here. B-R-E-T-T-J-E-T-T. His goal is to talk with me after every single race this season. You know, he's not using that apron to get around. Now he is right there. Kind of hooks the wheel a little bit. Underneath the 3 there. Actually, I don't see a number 3, so I'm not really sure who that is. And again, once again, hello to everybody watching at home. The American Sim Racing Club. Yeah. Brett's going to take a reset there. Pow. Yeah. A little run in there with Jared Jackson. Like I said, we just completed the 5-minute warm-up. We're getting ready to line up race here. We'll get the starting lineups here in just a moment. But thank you for joining us. It's the American Sim Racing Club presented by Luke Oil. Lucas Oil is the other one here in the state. But Luke Oil is the sponsor of this particular series and or this particular league. And this particular series is the Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series. So thanks for joining us. Let's get to the starting lineups up here. So starting from the pole is the Jet at a 19.7. P2, Justin Hazlitt. P3, Week 1 winner Josh Connell. P4 is Jared Jackson. P5, Tim Rogers. And P6, Nick Fleury. 7 through 12, Hayden Cobb, Daniel Parmalee, Mike Witt, Eric Papineau, Seth Harrelson, and Andrew Payne. 13th through 18th, Thomas Hazlitt, Cody Molnau, Ryan Smith, David Payton, Mark Herzog, and John Sanu. 19th through 24th, Richard Pruitt, Jamie Beasley, Andrew Burr, Landon Devon, Leo Loritz, and Skip Gandy. And 25th, rounding out the rest of the lineup here, we got Eric Hahn, Kyle Sisisco. I'm going to say Sisisco, if not, and actually, as you see, Brett is falling to the rear here. Then Michael Stubbs Jr., John DeMeester, and Matt G. Reed rounds out the top 29 starting this race. As we're getting ready to go green here on the first of 150 laps. There are your 2 heat race winners. Here we go, guys. Be patient. Long race. Green flag. David Payton gets a good jump, but he has a check up for Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith gets across the start-finish line first. Now they're going side by side in the turn 1. Smith with the lead coming off. Here comes Andrew Payne on the outside in the Racers car into turn 3. He is out on the bumper of David Payton. Andrew Payne. A little bit further back, Cody Molnau is trying to make the outside work, and it's not quite dialed in for him yet, as he has the 51 underneath him right at the moment. Harrelson had to kind of roll out of that one. Skip Gandy in the 47. Josh Connell, P10 right now. Nick Fleury working his way up into the upper portion of the top 15. Payne was taking a look underneath Smith going into 1 there. he might be a little bit faster, and I think he wants by. Certainly with Payne on him, I would want by. They're starting to make a breakaway a little bit. Already, Josh Cottle is your big mover of the race, up 4. Actually, Justin Hazlitt. Let's go back a little bit further in the field. Justin Hazlitt, he is up 8. Oh! Man, Lana Devon was getting up underneath that bumper there. Further up front, Ryan Smith starting to pull away a little bit. Andrew Payne now in P2 with the fast lap of 19.978. And he's actually starting to pull away from David a little bit. Yeah, Payne was a 10th faster that time around. Again, a good look coming down the backstretch here. It's in chat there's my IndyCar teammate. Oh. Ryan Smith get a little squirrely coming off a 2 there. It's going to open the door for Andrew Payne on the low side there. Pull off the pass. Gets credit for leading that lap. Not quite clear. Now he's clear. Turns 1 and 2. Looks like Smith got a little squirrely coming off a 2 and did a little bit of a, not quite a tank slapper, but definitely did a little tail wagon. Slowed him there where he had to play around with the throttle a little bit. And it opened the door for Payne to get a look on the inside and pull that pass off. Also opened the door for David Payton to make up some ground. So yeah, my IndyCar teammate, Julian Altina. But if you're from the South, it's Altina. That's how you say his name. Altina. There's about 8 different ways you can say his name, really. It's Altina, Altina, Altina. Let's take a look through the field, see where we got some battles going on. Let's go back to 14th with Justin Hazlitt, who continues to move up in there. He is getting a look. Wow, he is down to the grass. His car must be handling exceptionally well if he can turn that low. He is trying to turn the car under Jarrett Jackson. This is not much of a multi-groove racetrack. This is really a one-groove racetrack for the most part. Remember, one of the track is more banked than the other. Oh, Cody Molnau. Had a little bit of a incident. Starting seeing some cars starting locking some brakes up. Yeah, so 9 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, 7.5 degrees banking in turns 3 and 4. So that's why you're seeing different lines. And then there's a line on the outside. Justin pulls off. Makes his way around Jarrett Jackson. Now getting ready to set sail to Mike Witt. This is traditionally a NASCAR-centric oval. A lot of notable drivers that have run here over the years. Jeff Bodine, Ron Bouchard, of course Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Spencer. Tim Richmond, my man, IndyCar driver. Martin Truex Jr. Actually, believe it or not, that was part of an IndyCar race, and Martin Truex's brother jumped into that one. That was good to see. Trying out something different. Oh, and there we go. We got a car in, down, into. Oh, and he comes back up. And that's going to bring out the caution. That will bring out the caution. Let's see where that. That was right around the 710, I believe, if I saw my colors correctly. Let's get a little further back here and see what happened. Okay, that's Skip Gandy there. I don't know. Maybe had some help there. Oh, okay, okay. So the 914 kind of started with Thomas Hazlitt. And I think he might have, as this run was getting on, because we were on a pretty long run there, I think he might have, yeah. I don't think he had help there. Well, not on that second bump he did. I don't think he had the first bump there was anything, and it gets the 47 to kind of shoot back up across the track, right in front of your points leader. Trying to get back under power here. Oh yeah, your points leader is sporting some damage. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Yeah, looks like he's got the right rear quarter panel banged in there. Let's shoot back up to the front here. Andrew Payne, he was working on a pretty decent lead when the yellow came out. He definitely not want to see this. One to green, they are lining up 2 by 2. The big, and it really kind of gone unnoticed as we are watching some of the battles in the back. There's Josh Cottle, P4. He's worked his way up 9 spots from the start. Again, they're going to try to make this outside groove work. So far, it has not been overly successful. There we go. Green flag in the air. Payton with a good start. Really good start. He is now up to P2. Cottle with a little bit of an evasive maneuver there on Ryan Smith, kind of cutting across his nose, or started to cut across his nose a little bit. Let's go back a little bit further. There's Seth Harrelson. Hazlitt and Cobb side by side, turn 3. Cobb trying to make the outside work. Starts to pull it off right into the wall. That's going to open the door underneath for probably a couple cars. That wasn't just a tap. That was a bang. Look at that car right there. Well, he's still hanging on. There Hazlitt goes. He's able to pull off the pass there, complete it. Cobb ducks down under the bumper. almost gave him a little bit of the horn. Here comes the other Hazlitt. And P8, he is up 14 spots. $30 of 150 in the books. This is the American Sim Racing Club's Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series race from Stafford Motor Speedway in Connecticut. We are in the feature, 150 laps. 31 down, 1 caution period. Current leader is Andrew Payne in the race first car, number 93. And we got a bit of a breakaway between Payne and Payton. Not sure what happened to Richard Pruitt. He seems to be off the pace a little bit. Maybe he got caught up in one of the earlier incidents. He is 5 laps down, but he's just hanging in there. It's still a long way to go. I don't think by any means he should stop. He should definitely keep going. Let's work our way around the field. Up in front of him is Andrew Burr. Andrew Burr going to the bottom and going to pit road. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Let's keep an eye on this one. Has he had enough? He's going to put some new tires on this thing. Ooh. Okay. That is a punch out. Hopefully everything is okay there. Andrew Payne with the purple lap at 19.978. There's Landon Devon in 24th spot. Started 16th. Leo Loretz. There he is. He's in the 3, but listed as a 108. John the Meester and the Toyota off-road scheme there, the number 2. Eric Hahn, the Turbine, and 21st. There's Cody Molnau. He had a little bit of an incident, a little bit of excitement earlier on in 20th spot. Behind Mike Witt and John Sanu. Jamie Beasley, P17. He's up 7 spots. Here's Skip Gandy in 16th. Now we're going to start getting into a lot of bumper-to-bumper traffic here. Mark Herzog in the In-N-Out Burger, number 57. 15th spot. Eric Papanow in the 10. A good-looking 10 car. P14. And Daniel Parmalee right in front of him. The picture of consistency in the series. Tim Rogers knocking on the door outside the top 10. My man Nick Fleury hovering right around the top 10 as well. Here is the Jet. He is in P10. He's kind of riding along right now. Got some damage. Going to manage it. Ahead of him is Jared Jackson and P9. Justin Hazlitt, P8, started 22nd. Up 14 spots. And he's looking on the inside of Hayden Cobb to get another one right here. Nice run off of turn 2. Cobb's got two guys racing in front of him here with a lap car. That's going to not help him very much. Hazlitt all over his bumper. Let's go up to Cobb real quick. Take a look there. In front of Cobb is Thomas Hazlitt. Ryan Smith started on the front row. He's fallen back a little bit, the 5th spot, but he's got a little bit of a buffer back to the next driver. And there's Harrelson. And then now with the bit of the breakaway are the guys in front of him. Because 3 seconds up ahead is Cottle. And they're in the middle of some lap traffic there. Coming to about 100 to go. Is moving right along. Back up to the front. There's your leader. In the race first, number 93. And he's coming up to, he's got Richard Pruitt. Not Richard Pruitt, that's, nope, that's Richard Pruitt. Meester. And we are yellow, 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 yellow. I believe it was Cobb. We'll see here. Yeah, Cobb, and might have had a little help from. Yeah, he had to check up a little bit, and doubles back up in the Hazlitt. Popping out, just gets clipped. Sanu has to take some evasive maneuvers. Just a lot of calamity out back there. So that big lead by Payne, gone. Now, does he pit? So far, only 3 cars have pitted. Molnau at 23, Pruitt at 22, and Burr, who looks like he's out of the race at 34. Showing Pruitt in the pits right now. I think it's still a bit early. Track position's probably at a premium right now to pit. While we are under caution, later this spring, going into summer, on Race First, be sure to check out the Sunset Arctic Formula Indy Series starting May 4th. It is a mostly road course driven IndyCar series with one oval. That'll be Indianapolis. It will be on Tuesdays, and you'll see the races here on Race First right around 8:45 and 9 o'clock. First race of the season, the May 4th there at Indianapolis on the road course, followed by Hockenheim Ring, Road America. And then on 500 weekend here in the month of May, the most glorious time of the year, the happiest time of the year, actually, if you're a race fan, May 25th, they will do 250 miles on the 2.5-mile oval. That is the Formula Indy Series, presented by Sunset Arctic. Still under caution here at Stafford Motor Speedway. Your top 5, Payne, Payton, Cottle, Harrison, and Smith. Also later this season on Race First, we will be covering the Reddit IndyCar League Turbo Series PM18 League. June 3rd, Well, we will start off with the Homestead Hotness 100 at 67 laps on the mile-and-a-half oval there. Then they will move to the 4-mile road course at Road America for 20 laps. Every other week, it kind of alternates between road course and oval. If you like open wheel action, want to see different types of racing, different types of cars, be sure to check us out starting in June 3rd, which I believe is a Thursday, for the Reddit IndyCar League Turbo Series. Getting ready to go green here. They're lined up 2 abreast. We have our leaders all squared away up front. Oh, good jump, but he spins the wheels by Payne. He gets it back underway. Cottle with a good look underneath. Oh, Payton sent it a little deep in there in turn 1. He's up high. Good recovery, but the position belongs to Cottle now. Cottle up 11. Let's take a look back in the field. Also, Nick Fleury back in 6th. He's up 5. Daniel Parmalee in 7th, up 5. Tim Rogers in 9th. Mr. Consistency, up 12. He's just cracked the top 10. Justin Haslett in 12th, up 10. Mark Herzog in 13, up 12. And we just heard it gone yellow, and it might be Haslett. Might have been Thomas Haslett, maybe. We'll see here. I don't think so. See if we can. Okay. All right. So it's Herzog. Yeah. Yeah, he had to check up. He was going to end up in someone's bumper there. Yeah. So back up to the front. Andrew Payne is your leader. Again, we got some guys getting the lucky dog here. Cody Molnow still showing at pitting on lap 23. Eric Papineau now pitting at lap 60, so he was the last one to pit. John DeMeester at lap 54. Richard Pruitt at lap 47. So again, the majority of the field has not pitted yet. Everybody's pretty much on 61 lap old tires. Quickly getting to the halfway point here. Check us out later this summer on Race First, starting on Wednesdays. June 2nd during the summer, through most of the summer and into the early fall, will be the Reddit IndyCar Schaefer IndyCar Series, the Schaefer Cup. They will start off with a 305-miler at Homestead, followed by a 35-lapper at Road America. But the key one here, folks, check that out. July 14th, Tennessee Heat. Bristol Motor Speedway heat racing in Indy cars on the Bristol Motor Speedway oval. That's something. If you thought dirt was a bit of a calamity there, oh, wait till you see Indy cars. Payne getting underway. Green, green, green. Here we go. I think Payne's going to probably get that position back, so he has the position on. Well, no, Cottle clears. only showing 4 cars out of the race. So that's pretty much everybody still rolling. We got 10 laps to the halfway point. Let's go back to P7. There's our points leader. And it says he's up 4, but that's not indicative at all about how many places he's had, cars he's had to pass to get up here. He got the EOL because he is the shotgun driver. Of course, he won last week, so by virtue of winning, you become a shotgun driver. And as you would say, when you're shotgun on the field, that's what you mean you are dead last. He started dead last, and we are currently under caution. Let's see what's going on here. Well, let's see what happened. Or yellow again. And Ryan Smith is going to take this opportunity to pit. So the first of the leaders is coming in. Justin Haslett coming in. Let's see who else we got. Jared Jackson coming in. Hayden Cobb coming in. A whole bunch of them here at lap 68. Haslett, Jackson, Papanow, Harrelson, Cobb, wow, everything just keeps changing. Ryan Smith here, obviously we're watching him. So they are going to put those new tires on just shy of halfway. Thomas Haslett also making a stop. So we'll wrap up here in a second. Who all made what stops here? DeMeester is also on pit road. Pulling away. Beasley is also on pit road. He's also pulling away. Hahn on pit road. The turbine spins up. So we will get you a readout here on who pit. Roughly now half the field has pitted for new tires for their set to go the distance. So your first car that pitted this time around, and at lap 62 really, is Eric Papanow. Cody Molnell went at 23. Haslett, Smith, Harrelson, Jackson, Gandy, DeMeester, Cobb, Beasley, Eric Hahn. They all pitted at laps 69 and 70. But here is Papanow. He went at 62. Cody Molnell, he went at 23. So he's looking to possibly gain the most here when everybody in front stops. I doubt he's probably going to dive in anymore, but he's going to have some extremely worn tires at the end of this thing. So let's get back up to the front. They're going single file, looks like, to start this this run by Race Control. Still no word from Race Control on any incidents, so I think we're doing good here. Green flag is in the air, and Payne resumes the lead, and we're back green on lap 73. Toy Ray, go Haslets. I don't know if it's my dad or brother, but woot woot. I hear you. ACDD doing pretty good there. They're in 15th and 16th, and they got fresh tires, so they're done stopping for the night. They're going to make up some spots here off when these other guys stop on pit road. It's always easier to pass someone when they're not moving. Here comes the Jet. Saw him take a look on the inside of Parmalee there, pulls that pass off. He now sets sail for Nick Fleury. Tim Rogers is now kind of looking for a way around Parmalee there. We'll take a look at Nick here, or Tim. Yeah, he's up 14, and we are yellow again. We might have Ryan Smith. Oh, one of our early leaders on his lid. Wow. That is not, because that's a toe, and he's going to have to wait in the pits on that one. What happened? Oh, into the wall, rides it Tony Hawk style. Oh, barrel roll. Oh. It's a scene straight from Blues Brothers. Hate seeing it. Hate seeing it. He was good to go to the finish, too, probably. So he now has to, unfortunately, tow himself back because of having to do a reset on track. And that brings us back to the leaders, who are still have not stopped. Papanow has moved up to 10th, though. With those slightly newer tires, he managed to get around Landon Devon and Mike Witt. Paul Thompson with the mole now, exclamation point. Okay. Hey, tonight's discussion topic, if you guys have anything that you'd like to put in chat, what tracks would you like to see in the future on iRacing? Of course, iRacing has kind of cracked open Pandora's box a little bit by releasing fictional tracks, the iRacing Super Speedway for one, which the IndyCars are racing at this weekend, and the official race. That's going to be interesting. I haven't done my race there yet. And then later we will be seeing the Chicago City Road Course. So what other interesting real or fictional tracks would you like to see? There's still a couple fictional tracks that Papyrus made back in the day. Red Rock, Bull Run, those two. Those would be pretty fun to see. One of those two tracks I remember when you converted to the IndyCar racing, you could get an IndyCar up to over 200 miles per hour, and there was a real big downhill portion that was real fun to drive. But it doesn't have to be a fictional track. If there's a real track you want to see, let's put it in chat. Get you back up front. How do you join? Well, Mr. Khan, what you need to do is you need to first be able to subscribe to iRacing. So go to iRacing.com, get yourself a subscription there. Not very expensive. You can get it by the month for 3 months, or you can buy it for a year in advance. Go search out the American Sim Racing Club in a league search. There you can apply to join the league. You also probably need to do a couple things like get in TeamSpeak and be able to be on their TeamSpeak channels and everything. We're in the middle of the race. Get yourself the super late model car, a real cool paint job, and you can join these guys when they go green. Starting at lap 83 of 150. This is round 4 of the Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series for the American Sim Racing Club, presented by Luke Oil. The Stafford Motor Speedway in Stafford, Connecticut. I guess it's not too far from Lime Rock. But then again, it's Connecticut. You're not too far from anything when you're in Connecticut. Cottle is not letting Payne get away. Payne built up a big lead last time when we had that long green run. Cottle's trying to make up some ground in the points, too, because he was your points leader coming out of round one with that win there to start the season at South Boston. Just watching them as they go here, the top two. Let's take a shot here at TC in the race first chopper one. Get a good look at this track from above here. See they're going beneath the white line there. You can actually see the hands inside the cockpit there of Payne sawing the wheel back and forth to get that car to go straight as he's going full power off the corner. Getting the wheels down on that flat portion to help the little bite around the corner. Free up the back end, make that turn a little bit easier. They diamond off these corners. We say diamond off, we'll show you right here. They come in, they go down under the white line. They kind of go up a little bit, and then when they exit the corner, back down to the white line. That's what's called diamonding off. Once again, under the white line, back up, back down. That's how you do it, textbook. A little bit further up, Captain Buzz and race first one's airship. Might be a good time to go back through the field, see what everyone's doing. Let's go back to 25th with Richard Pruitt. Here's Ryan Smith in 24th after recovering from that little lid spin. John DeMeester in 23rd. Eric Hahn 22nd. Leo Loritz got it by himself for a little bit there in turns 1 and 2 and 21st. Hayden Cobb was up among the leaders, had a little bit of a rough patch here early on, back in 20th. Cody Moldow in the subway car in 19th, in the middle of lap traffic there. Jamie Beasley. Mike Witt going high there. There's Jamie Beasley, P16. Jared Jackson, P15. Landon Devon, P14. Show him in the 118, but he's actually in the 51 Rowdy. My man Johnson New from Valpo, sitting there in the 13s with a good top 15 performance right now. Seth Harrelson. He's among your points leaders. Normally you can see him up at the front. Still a little bit time to go. Still a lot of things can happen. He's sitting there in P12. Good spot. Your fastest man in practice, Justin Hazlitt. And the other Hazlitt in P10 as they're fighting both for position. Eric Papanow. He is the first of the cars that have actually pitted. He is now in P9. And now the cars that have not pitted, other than Devon and Sanu, it is Mark Herzog. He has not pitted yet. Tim Rogers has not pitted yet. Daniel Parmalee has not pitted yet. Brett Hahn has not pitted yet. So we're coming up to about lap 100 here. With 50 to go, these guys are running out of time. If they want to pit, they're going to give up a lot of track position Nick Fleury has not pitted. David Payton has not pitted. Josh Cottle, P2, sticking with your leader. Andrew Payne. These all have not pitted yet. Let's get back down the ground level. There we go. Making the way around. Richard Pruitt there. Richard Pruitt nicely gets out of the way for him. Eric Hahn getting out of the way for the older Hahn and David Payton. That's nice of him as well. Andrew Payne still with the purple lap at 19.978. That's a 89.579 mile per hour. So that's the only. Actually, there's been another one in 89. The Jet, of course, at an 89.3. Peyton with an 89.5, but your fastest is an 89.573. Rogers with a 88.5. Parmalee with an 88 flat. Some other times. Hazlitt with an 89.8 or 1.8. Those are your times. Last time by, see Cottle was just a little bit faster than Payne. Or 85.8 to an 85.9. Take a look at times here. .106 down. Thanks for joining us. If you just popped in and are viewing us, this is the American Sim Racing Club's Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series from Stafford Motor Speedway. Oh, got a little bang off the wall. We got a spoiler. Dakota won the Aero Info Vintage Indy race for me. Oh, thank you very much. I could have had that race on Friday. I could have been there. But I'm not missing super late model racing here at Stafford Motor Speedway for anything. That's what I'm telling you right now. Not for anything. Let's take a look and see what we else got going on here. Yellow, yellow, yellow. What do we got going on yellow? Let's see. I don't see somebody falling in the standings, so I don't know who to go look at here. But, you know what? I want to keep this on the leaders because I think this is where the leaders are going to say, you know what? We're going to pit. But there's only 40 laps to go, so do they have enough time if they pit now to make it out of the cellar? And nope, there they go. They are going to go. They're committed to the strategy. Your leaders are in. And so this is going to put Papanow probably up at the top. So Payne, Cottle, Parmalee, all are in this time by. Actually, Nick Fleury is staying out. That's right, Nick Fleury is staying out. The Jet is staying out. And that car right behind, that's the 3. That's it's Leo Loritz, right? Yeah, I think he's pitting anyways, but he was going to get the wave around. Looks like the Meester will get the wave around and Lucky Dog. So I think Nick Fleury, Brett Hahn, and David Payton and Mark Herzog, I don't think they're going to pit, guys. I think that they are in this one. This is it. With coming up on 30 to go here, not too long. We'll probably go green here in about 3 or 4 laps. So Justin Hazlitt is your little brother. Okay. All right. So Tori, that's she's rooting for her little brother. All right. You know, I wish my sister was that nice. Oh, thank everybody watching from home, taking time out of your Wednesday nights here. Lots of things you can be watching on TV, and you're sitting here joining Race First coverage of the American Sim Racing Club's Super Late Model Series here from Stafford. Thank you very much. We enjoy you interacting with us, as well as your patronage to all these sponsors, all these drivers, all their fans. Thank you very much. We certainly appreciate that. So we are coming lap 114 this time by. Tim Rogers hasn't stopped either. So we're seeing Fleury, Hahn, Payton, Herzog, and Rogers have not stopped. The newest tires, the highest runner right now with the newest tires is Payne in 13th. And he's going to want to storm through very quickly because they're going to click off rather quickly around here. You know, there's not an awful lot of time to be waiting back there in traffic. So we're going to see 2 cars up front with 115-year-old tires, lap-hole tires. That could be 115-year-old. Going green this time by Nick Fleury. Takes it deep into turn 1. He is clear of the Jet. He is clear. Jet has a run on the outside. Not going to let him shut that door. Oh, Jet tried to do the over-under. Almost giving a little bit of the chrome horn. Oh, Jet's got the position now on the inside. Great job, but good run for Fleury off turn 2. Gets the bite and actually has a little bit of a lead going into turn 3. Papanow with slightly newer tires than everyone around him in P5. Andrew Payne already up to 9th spot. You can see him right there on the inside, just inside of Molnau, the subway car. And that shot just coming down the backstretch. Yeah, we'll just blow your eardrums with that one. Don't look now. Payne is up to P6. Harrelson with a little bit of evasive maneuvers back there. So Payne's now around Rogers, now setting sail for Papanow. Looking on the outside. He's got a run. He's going to have him on the inside here. He's going to pick off another position. Oh, my goodness. He is not wasting time, and he's already got a good run on Herzog going into turn 3 here down the backstretch. Look how far he can get into that corner than everyone else right now. Just turns underneath Herzog coming out of turn 4. He's got the bumper there. Herzog is not going to quite let him get it by that easily, but he's going to have a good run coming off of turn 2 here, going down the backstretch into turn 3. Oh, just turns that. Such the glory of new tires. Just able to turn right underneath him. Herzog's kind of got no choice. He's got to concede the position this time. There he goes, yep. Now with 122 lap-old tires. Now he's setting sail for David Payton, and he turns under him again. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know how many more times he can do that before he runs the good out of those tires off, but they're certainly a hell of a lot younger than the 123 lap-old tires that are certainly in front of him on these first 3 cars in the top 3. And we'll look at the chat here while if we get a moment here, because I see some questions. Some folks are asking some things. Toy Ray saying, "Go, Dad." That's good, daughter. And we're at caution on the racetrack, and I think we got one of the Haslets. It might be Thomas. Yeah. Let's go back a little bit in time here and see what happened. It's him and Witt, as well as Cobb. Oh! And, yeah, that's a lot of contact there. I think, I don't know if he got helped around that way or just he was braking and the back end just came around on him. Sometimes when you have the brake bias set a little too much forward, the back end doesn't want to slow down as fast as the front end, and you sometimes will get a position where physics wants to swap ends on you. And after all that, Payne is up to P2. Paul Thompson, what is classified as a super late model car? What type of car runs in this series? Well, this is a super late model series, so if you're asking about makes and models, the make of car for this particular series can be anything. It's just artwork on top of sheet metal. So you're going to see Camaros in here. You're going to see there's even Mopar products in here. You're going to see Mustangs, but I believe in the game itself they're calling these Chevys, I believe. But any type of paint job, livery, or whatever, you can make it whatever you want. So there's a variety of like right now, the 93 is actually looks like a Mustang. Brett the Jet, when you see him, he's actually got himself a Mopar looking product. So there's a late model and a super late model car that you can purchase from iRacing. And of course, this series will be using the super late model. Each car, if you haven't purchased, and I believe they're not in legacy status, so they're still, you still have to purchase them at full price, but I believe it's right around, to look it back up again, it might be $14.95. I might be mixing up my prices for tracks with cars and vice versa, but once you own it, and if there's any changes they make to that car to improve it, like damage models, tire models, anything like that, you get that automatically upgraded for free. So that's this is a super late model, and that's what they choose to run in this series. As we're getting ready to go green here with, we're going to get them down to a 20-lap sprint. And Andrew Payne is sitting in a very good position with very fresh tires and no one really around him. Cody Molnau actually is the next closest person with the next freshest set of tires. And beyond that, it's Daniel Parmalee in P8 that pitted at the same time as Payne. So let's go back up front. Nick Fleury with a great jump. And he needs that because he's going to need, and there's Molnau, no, Haslett, no. And we're yellow, wow. Broadcaster's curse, I'm sorry, my friend. Let's see what happens here as we run this back in the rewind. Let's go back in time a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah. We might have a little help from Harrelson here. Let's see. Whoop. Yeah, and Harrelson spins himself out. Takes Witt. And Harrelson gets done twice. Haslett gets hit. Wow. This is what happens. We're getting down to the end here. And Molnau now just scrubbed a ton of good off those tires, and now he's at the back. So that's going to make a long afternoon even longer right now. Gets back to live coverage here. So Cody crosses the start-finish line. Nick's liking this because every time there's a caution, it's at least about a 5 or 6 lap little period where he gets just to run around and not worry about getting past as we tick this down farther and farther and farther. There's Smith getting the wave around. He would be back on the lead lap, it looks like. Paul, no problem. Try my best. Hopefully that answers your questions. Super late models are primarily would be short track cars, although they did race on a 1 mile oval already this season. That was at New Hampshire, and they will race unless the schedule is changed, as they always say in the old wrestling terms, card subject to change. I believe they are still scheduled to race at Lime Rock here later in the season, so we'll have to see how these guys do on road courses. I can't imagine they drive remotely close to the Indy car that Fleury and Peyton are used to. Maybe not even a GT car like some other guys maybe race, but it will be interesting to watch. You can build up a bit of a rhythm on that Lime Rock course, depending on which one they choose to run. I did a mini endurance race there, and once you get into a rhythm, it's a pretty fun track to run on. Well, we are lining up to go green, double file. We'll get you down to ground level here, 130. We're going to go green with lap 136. It's going to go by quick, and they're going to be wanting to push the issue here because there's not much time left. So we're going to see Nick Fleury as the field is under his command, and he gets a good jump there and a good lead. Great jump. Oh! Oh! Payne gets into the back of him. Payne lets him correct himself. That's great driving on both these drivers' parts. Payne able to get that low bite off of turn 4, drives it off hard. Right there, almost right into the bumper again. Patience, patience, patience. You got lots of time, lots of time. You want to pull this one off clean, really you do. And looking at P3, here's Cottle. He's got those fresh tires too. So now, actually, I say you got lots of time. Caution on the racetrack. It might have been Beasley. Let's see what we got here. No. Let's see who that was. That kind of... Who was that? Oh, Sanu. Oh, he's back underway. Hopefully not a lot of damage there. Start beating off that quarter panel a little bit more. It's going to look like he's going to have a modified on his hands. Let's get back to live coverage here. So Nick Fleury, here's another wave around for Smith there. Ryan Smith probably got down a couple laps there. Yeah, he's now showing us 1 lap down when he had to get got flipped on his lid and had to do the tow. So now the heartbeats are really up. Fleury is, we're going to go green with maybe 8 to go. We'll see here. Yeah, Cottle was right up there. I'm looking at your message there, Cox, Drew. Cottle was, he was up there. He was coming hard because he's got those new tires. He pitted on lap 111 along with Payne, Cobb, Parmalee, and in that particular group. Although the next freshest group of tires is back in P9 with Brett at lap 126. Him and Peyton pitted, and Tim Rogers pitted on that lap. So they have the absolute freshest tires. Problem is they're just running out of time. So we are going. We now 9 to go. We'll cross this time with 8 to go, and I think we'll probably go green with 7 to go. Let's check out and see what we got going on here. Yeah, we're gonna go green with 7 to go. This is gonna go pretty quick. It's gonna be furious too. So right now, Brett, our points leader. I'll do a quick look at points. It's Hahn, Hazlitt, Payne, Jackson, and Rogers. Let's just keep those guys in mind there. As we are getting ready to go green. Good jump by Nick Fleury. Cottle gets around Payne. Now he sets sail for Fleury. Will Cottle be as patient as Payne was? Caution again. And that is going to be Cobb. Hayden Cobb. Looks like got spun there, and we'll check out what happened. Maybe got helped. Maybe a little bit of help, but I think maybe he might have had to check up a little bit. He was running up on Parmalee pretty quick. Hopefully that's not a lot of damage there, and I can imagine what race control is going to rule on that one. So that's exactly what Fleury wanted to see. So 6 laps to go. So the question now is we're getting into green-white checker territory. And so what we're going to do is I'll bring up the things you should know graphic. And down here at the very bottom, we do have a 2-hour time limit. 2 sets of tires. So they get the tires they start on and another set in the pits. And then 1 attempt at a green-white checker finish. 1 attempt. After that, the race is done. No more gimmicks, as I like to say. 5 to go. Let's go back and look at that points. So your leader, Brett Hahn, point leader, he is sitting back there in P6. Justin Hazlitt, he's sitting there in P12. Andrew Payne is in P3. Jared Jackson, he's in P11. Tim Rogers, find him there. He's back in P16, unfortunately. He's got shuffled back. Drew Cox in P6. I don't know if he's in the lineup or not tonight. I don't think I see him. Could be wrong. Seth Harrelson is now in P4, so he's moved his way up. Again, David Payton. He is now in P8. Nick Fleury is your leader. Josh Cottle is P2. So we're going to see some changes here, folks. If you have anything left on your fingernails, save a little bit more because we got 3 to go. And I believe this is going to be a green. We're going to do the green-white checker right here, right now. To quote a Van Halen song, right here, right now. Here we go. Here we go. Control of the field is under the command of Nick Fleury. Nick Fleury waits. He does not get a big jump as he has before. Cottle is there. Cottle's going to ride the outside. Whoa, Harrelson up high. Harrelson's going to give up some positions there as they go 4 wide off a turn. And we are under caution again. This is, I believe, Jackson. Do we got Jackson? Is that Jared Jackson, possibly? And I don't know if that is going to be our attempt or not. And that's it. I believe that's it. So let's get back up to the leader here, because I believe that is it. Checkered flag in the air, the green-white checker, that was it. And the man survives on 150-plus lap old tires. What a win. Wow. If that's correct, that's it. That is the race. That is your green-white checker. One attempt. Your winner, Nick Fleury. Never pits at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's bring up the final results real quick. Your purple lap there went to P3 to Andrew Payne at a 19.978. But let's bring up the results here from Stafford Motor Speedway. Nick Fleury, your winner. Josh Cottle, P2. Andrew Payne, P3. Brett Hahn, P4. Seth Harrelson, P5. Mark Herzog, P6. David Payton, P7. Daniel Parmalee, P8. Eric Papanow, P9. Mike Witt, P10. That rounds out your top 10. Your top 15, Jared Jackson, Justin Haslett, Hayden Cobb, Landon Devon, and Thomas Haslett. We will get in a more of the standings here after we talk to our top 3, as we will work our way into team speak. Well, we will pull in our very own Andrew Payne first. Where's P3 if we can find him? There he is. Drag him down here.
User was moved to your channel.
Andrew Payne got you in the booth. P3 looked like it was going to be a better day than P3. Those new tires were definitely paying off. You could certainly turn under a lot of people real easily out of turns 3 and 4, but just ran out of time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that it sucks to come home with a third place finish, but after the day I had, the top 3 is nice, but I really wanted that win. Um, Tires were huge at the end, especially with a bunch of people staying out. I didn't realize that they're going to be as big as they were, but as soon as I saw that, I took advantage of it and just went to the front with what I could.
Yeah, you were storming right along. I mean, I think you started that when you got the tires, you were in the top lower portion of the top 15, and before we knew it, you were already up in the top 10. Next thing we know it, you're in the top 5, and the next thing we know it, you're up there running for the lead. Those cautions just had to kill you, though. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, I wish we got more long runs in because I know the tires would have come in about, after about 5 laps, and I probably would have been able to pull away and potentially win it. I can't say I would have because Josh was fast too, and he could have completely, beaten me on tires. But yeah, those cautions were a little unlucky timing.
Well, all things considered, I guess it's a good points day. You also got the purple lap for the race at a 19.978, so that's something else to maybe hang your hat on a little bit. But I mean, all things considered, not really a bad day. It certainly was shaping up to be better. But you're going to make some moves on some people in the points race by virtue of finishing higher than them. You have finished. You're going to make some ground up on Brett a little bit. He finished behind you, so you made some ground up there. So in all in all, not too bad. You got anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
I want to thank you guys at Raceverse again, sponsoring the car, Hall Metal Fab, V&H Fresh, QuickTime, the rest of the admins and my teammates, my parents and grandparents, and, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Well, our pleasure. And I've been in your shoes before, where you have that awesome run with those fresh tires, and you got the great setup, and you're just on a rhythm, and you can't just crack it because there's so many cautions just happening. So I feel your pain. One of these days, though, the racing gods will pay you back. So congratulations, nevertheless, on the P3. I'm sure there's some people that maybe in P4, P5, P6 that would love to have your spot. So all things considered, congrats, and we will see you next week at Concord.
Thank you.
So we will
User
move.
left your channel.
There we go. We'll move him back up into the chat there. We'll bring down Josh Cottle if we can find him here. There he is.
User was moved to your channel.
Josh Cottle, what could you have done with 2 extra laps, man?
Man, that was a close finish. If I had that crossover, there was a chance, but that caution just did not help me.
Yeah, it was a story of Andrew as well. It's just like, come on, man. He was just it was tough to build up a rhythm, and you had those fresh tires, and you knew you were gaining on them, and you're like, I just need a little bit of a run. I need an extra lap. I need an extra lap or two. Tell us about your race. You kind of just started off in mid pack and kind of worked your way up. Looks like for the most part your car was pretty much untouched. You avoided a lot of the calamity. I mean, tell us about your day.
Uh, this track is just difficult, man. I was trying to save tires because I didn't know how much tires would matter here, and a few of those wrecks. I mean, I just got like 3 positions from going down on the bottom, and it saved me a lot. What's it called? And then when I got behind Andrew, like before pit stops, I just kind of drove behind him, but it was so tight I couldn't get around him, so I just kind of sat there. I'm surprised it worked out though.
Well, in 4 races, I mean, you got a win and a podium, so that's not all too bad. You, at least as a start of this race, I think you were P10 in the Drivers' Championship, so you're going to make some ground up there. All things considered, again, like I was telling Andrew, despite all the cautions, and you probably, if there was an extra lap or two, you might have had a shot there. All things considered, there's a lot of people behind you that would die for that P2. So congratulations. Anybody want to make any shout outs to before we let you go?
My boys in HCM, Drew Cox. I'm sad he wasn't able to race with us tonight, but hopefully he'll race next week. Missed him a lot, and Seth Harrelson, HCM, and then Rocket iRacers for the beautiful rap he got me, and Total Vantage Academy.
That's right, Harrelson with the top 5, so a good day for the team. Congrats to you, and we were seeing Drew chat us up in chat on the stream as well, so we thank him for watching along. I think he was in the top 10 in points, so hopefully when all this shakes out, he'll still be close to that as well. So great job for you, great job for the team, and we'll see you next week at Concord.
All right, thank you, man.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, so we now will bring it down our winner, and I'm biased here. I shouldn't be, but I am.
User was moved to your channel.
I'm completely biased, man. You're my driver in IndyCar series, so I like seeing you win because that gives you good momentum for. Well, you're not going to be here next week for Long Beach, but you're getting ready to go on vacation. But anytime a driver gets some momentum going into a race, it just seems to be good stuff piling up. Tell us about your day, and man, are you happy for all those cautions?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was the only thing that saved me was that strategy call to not come into the pits. I just had to stay out and hope that the guys behind me got held up. Being able to dictate that pace really paid off for me.
Yeah, you had some great restarts too, and I was just wondering how you were able to manage that with those worn tires, with all that wheel spin and everything. So you had some great restarts. You kind of were patient. You worked your way up. There was some markings on your car. You got into some little scraps, but pretty much for the most part, it was a clean day for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, those restarts really, it's the geometry of the track that helped me out. When you get on the throttle, no matter how good your tires are, it's hard to stay on that outside and keep up with the leader. So I got to thank the track for that. But yeah, I did get a little damage early on in the race, following someone up into the wall. But for the most part, I kept it relatively clean.
That's right. I think you got collected in one of the heat races, so it's like this it's a bit of an ominous way to start the evening when you get collected in the heat race. You're like, oh boy, here we go, we're gonna have one of those days. But hey, it worked out well for you. The cautions fell in your favor. You had 150 lap plus old tires, plus the one green white checker rule kind of helped as well. A win's a win. It's going to help you in the points. It's going to give you momentum build up for you later in the season. Will we be seeing you next week at Concord or not?
Nope, unfortunately, I will be on vacation, and Concord is a really wild one. I wish I was here for that, but I will be out of the state.
Well, you hear that, people. So there's a chance that you can make up ground on Nick Fleury because he's going to be down in Disney World, one of the least favorite places I like to be. But neither here nor there. At least we can get out now with this pandemic and everything. But congratulations. You had a great week. Top 10 in an IndyCar race on an extremely hard road course. A win here on an extremely hard half-mile oval. Congratulations. Great week for you. You know what? Go enjoy a cold, frosty beverage. I should say you probably earned more than one.
Yeah, I just want to take a moment to thank a few people. I mean, first off, my Lord and Savior is number one. Next, my wife, who's just gracious enough to let me sit here and put on these races. I want to dedicate this race to a precious animal, our dog Scout, who we just had to put down a couple weeks ago. That was a big loss. And then definitely my sponsors, CPM Incorporated, J Angle Home Improvements. They've been really loyal to me. They've been a great help. And also want to thank Frito-Lay and Luke Oil for supporting this league. We've got a really good thing going, and we are really thankful for those guys for what they've done for us to be able to put on these races and broadcast them. So we appreciate them.
Well, I'm extremely happy for you. You've earned a vacation, so go enjoy it. Nick Fleury, P1, your winner tonight here at Stafford Motor Speedway. Congrats.
Thanks.
User was moved out of your channel.
So that's it. Let's take a look here at the extended standings before we start getting out of here. Again, your top 15, Nick Fleury, Josh Connell, Andrew Payne, Brett Hahn. The Jet, he's actually going to make some ground up on a few of these guys, but not everyone. So that's going to bring the field closer together. Seth Harrelson in P5. A good day for his team. 2 guys in the top 5 is awesome. Mark Herzog, P6. After a bit of a rough day, we saw him get collected and managed to recover. David Payton, P7. So that's 2 top 10s this week for him. 1 in the Super Late Models, 1 in the IndyCars in the Area 51 Series. P8, Daniel Parmalee. P9, Eric Papinel. P10, Mike Witt. Your top 15, Jared Jackson, Justin Haslett, Hayden Cobb, Landon Devon, and Thomas Haslett. '16th through 29, Cody Molnow. He was up there really fighting and had an unfortunate incident. So his results really not indicative of his day. Same thing with Tim Rogers. John Sanu, Jamie Beasley, Leo Loritz are his 18th, 19th, and 20th. 21st through 29th with Leo Loritz. Skip Gandy, Ryan Smith, Eric Hahn, John DeMeester, Richard Pruitt, Andrew Burr, Michael Stubbs Jr., Kyle Sisisco, and Matt Reed in the 29th. And that's it. So your schedule next week, join us from Concord Speedway, where we'll do 125 laps. And then the week following, Lanier Raceway for 175 laps. And then we're in the most wonderful time of the year, the month of May, where we will start off May at the Irwindale Speedway for a 150-lap feature. But tonight, after 150 laps here at Stafford Speedway, it's my man Nick Fleury with the win here on 150-plus lap old tires. No stops. The strategy pays off. The cautions fall in his favor. The one green-white caution, green-white checkered situation worked in his favor. It's a win. A win's a win, and it's going to be a great way to go into a vacation for him. For the rest of us, we will see you next week at Concord. We hope you enjoy the rest of your week and be sure to stay safe. Thanks for watching the American Sim Racing Club Frito-Lay Super Late Model Series, and thanks to Luke Oil for sponsoring the league as well. Make sure to show favoritism to those sponsors and buy their goods. Show some good patriotism. Thanks a lot, and we'll check you next week when we bring you live action via Raceverse on Concord, from Concord Speedway on the 21st. You have a good night.